Some of you will know that famous moment where Brianna Joy Gray asked this young woman, what do you mean by wokeness? And she had written a whole book on the subject, and she couldn't answer the question, and it was a supreme humiliation for her. So somebody asked me, what do I mean by wokeness? And I thought about it. It was a fair question. And where I asked, I would say, I don't much care about the intellectual roots of all of these newfangled ideas. I'm more interested in it as a political phenomenon. And I would say wokeness has three aspects to it. Number one, it's been instrumentalized by the Democratic Party to fill a void in the party. The Democratic Party used to be the party of the white working class. And as the union movement hollowed out in our country, and large numbers of white workers either defected from the Democratic Party or joined the Republican Party, there was a void at the base, and every party needs a base. Doesn't mean the base incorporates everyone, but they need a strong core. And the Democratic Party decided to instrumentalize identity politics in order to create its base. And you see it, there's a kind of very cynical way to look at it. So Biden comes to power, he chooses a female vice presidential candidate. He then says, I'm going to choose a black Supreme Court candidate, nominee, and then he chooses a black lesbian press secretary. So he's lining up his ducks for the woman vote, the black woman vote, which is actually a critical demographic. It's a calculation. Number two, the woke politics has weaponized identity in order to stop a class-based politics. That was the role it played in 2016 and 2020. I've read a large part of that literature. If you read Robin DiAngelo's White Fragility, you have my condolences. If you read Robin DiAngelo's White Fragility, if you read Ibram X. Kendi, if you read, all these folks, there's like a stray fragment about class, but that's it. There's no class component to this to speak of in this so-called woke ideology. It's devoid of class. There's only one aspect of class that they cling to, and that aspect is they want to be 13% of the 1%. If we talk about the 99% versus the 1%, they want to be 13% because African Americans are about 11% of our population. What is it now? Is it closer to 11 or 13? I can't remember now. They want to get what they want to end the disparity. But ending the disparity just means proportional representation in the 1%, the top tier. That's the only aspect of class that ever comes into play when you read these treatises. And the third aspect of the woke politics is liberal, very wealthy, white people who want to show how progressive they are, to show how radical they are, without having to give up any of their privilege. So you get to be down with the hood because you invite Angela Davis to speak in Martha's Vineyard.